Hello and welcome to Soul Healing Angel Channel. It's been a while since I've posted anything. Just been some crazy things have happened, but I'm back and I'd like to share with you what I do on my healing journey and just share some things that might maybe help someone that's in the process of healing. Beginning of the day, I try to meditate. I sit and listen. See if something comes to me in terms of prayer, to that still small voice. And this morning, the word that came to me, what I think I needed here was the word listen. Then the phrase, be still and know that I am God. Then I continued to listen, and I also pray too as well and listen at the same time. And what came to me was also, you give me that peace that passeth all understanding. And then I ended it with a prayer, and I said that prayer of, open my eyes, Lord, help me to see. Open my heart, Lord, help me to love. And I still send a little message to some friends in the morning. And what I sent out today is very short. Let's see if I can find what I sent to someone here. It was, for with God, nothing shall be impossible. And that's Luke 1:37. I do believe nothing is impossible with God. So those were my meditative thoughts. I like to read something from Course in Miracles. Let's see, open up to what we might open up to. Here we go. And the reason I want to read this is because I'm actually playing at the church. I play piano and the organ, and I'm doing a prelude based on Be Not Afraid. And what's my hair doing today? Okay, so I just opened up to lesson 240 in A Course in Miracles, and it says, fear is not justified in any form. It reads, fear is deception. It attests that you have seen yourself as you could never be, and therefore look upon a world which is impossible. Not one thing in this world is true. It does not matter what the form in which it may appear. It witnesses but to your own illusions of yourself. Let us not be deceived today. We are the sons of God. There is no fear in us, for we are each a part of love itself. And it's kind of like a little prayer, it's in italics. How foolish are our fears? Would you allow your son to suffer? Give us faith today to recognize your son and set him free. Let us forgive him in your name, that we may understand his holiness and feel the love for him which is your own as well. Amen. So lesson 240. Fear is not justified in any form. Jesus tells us, be not afraid. I opened up in the book of The Law of Divine Connection, The Law of Divine Compensation by Marianne Williamson. And this little paragraph says, God will do his part when we do ours. Even if we have only a frayed hat, we can still put our hat on and show up for life. We can pray for a miracle and think miraculously. Abundance and prosperity will show up when we do. Think God, think Jesus, think light, think love, think whatever form of divinity calls to you, and all else will fall away. Abundance and prosperity will show up when we do. Believe in miracles. we can think miraculously. Nothing binds you except your thoughts. Nothing limits you except your fear. And nothing controls you except your beliefs. That was profound. All right, I'm going to go. This has been calling to me this morning. Wisdom of the Oracle Pocket Deck. I haven't pulled any cards in several weeks. It's been several weeks. Things have been pretty crazy. Just feel called to pull one card. I'm going to pull it. Let's see what comes up. Chaos and conflict. So it's kind of been going on in my life. 33. I felt like it. Okay, 33. Chaos and conflict. Let's see what it says. That stopped burning. Hold on. A little bit of incense. Oh, I didn't ring my sound bowl. Hold on, I'm going to do 3 rings, okay? Ready? It's just like a final clearing of the space. Let me blow that up. All right. Chaos and conflict. Number 33. Essential meanings. Disarray, being at cross purposes with another, the tension of opposites, the value of chaos before order. Here's the Oracle's message. Opposing forces come together to create a turbulent atmosphere, but consider the value of chaos that serves you well, as you become unmoored by it. Scattered to the winds, you leave behind the parts of yourself you no longer need, and disperse seeds to reinvent yourself anew. Although the conflict appears to exist externally, its essence is also internal. Projected outward and causing disarray, you may find yourself at cross purposes with someone else, facing a storm you feel you can't control. Yet every storm passes, and chaos leads to a reordering of things. Conflict provides a way to see more than one side of a situation. Look upon this as just a moment in time when you may need to take shelter and step away from the fray. Don't be too eager to fight. This is a time to understand rather than be understood. Okay, here's a relationship message. Stubbornness is keeping you in a state of opposition. The insistent need to be right will only serve to prolong the conflict that deep down you want to be resolved. This is an opportune moment to learn about your values, your sense of self, what's really important to you. Some things are non-negotiable. If that's true, it's not necessary to fight. Can you find a way through the stormy emotions to higher ground? Soon the air will clear, and you will be in a much better place than before, for the storm will have passed, blazing a path for new growth in its wake. Things can become electric and enlightened, always better than before, if you use this time constructively. Here's the prosperity message. Circumstances appear to be chaotic, but everything that is happening now is in truth shaking things up so you can find the real path to your prosperity. Yes, it's a stormy time, and it feels as if there are opposing forces wherever you turn. Be reassured that there is divine purpose in this chaos. Everything that doesn't work is being taken from you so that the truest parts of yourself remain. The events occurring now are essential for your ultimate prosperity. This chaos is divinely inspired, even though it doesn't appear that way now. In time, you will know this to be true. And then the protection message. This is an advantageous moment to restore order and recognize the opportunity for negotiation. Even in the seeming chaos, there is a kind of divine order, a complete resorting of elements. This is powerful. If your intention is to find the best solution for the highest good of all, there's positive news. The timing is perfect. Things are already stirred up, so don't be afraid to jump into the mix. You'll discover everything you need to know about how this situation affects you long term. Be present in the eye of chaos. This moment is valuable. Don't waste it. Chaos and conflict. It's almost like saying, there's order in the chaos. I needed to hear that because it feels very chaotic right now. All right, I'm going to look at Mindscapes Tarot. This is a beautiful deck. All these decks I have are beautiful. I hope you're having a wonderful and safe Saturday. It's not the greatest out today, but it's okay. I'm having a fairly relaxing day, I have to say, which is always a good thing. Right. Yeah, they're not going together real well, but that's okay. Can you overshuffle? I don't know. Let me take what's on top. The moon. 18. It's interesting because tomorrow is the full moon in Pisces. Just to charge your crystals. All right, the moon. 18. Let me set this up. Here we go. The moon. All right. Keywords: mystery, inspiration, creativity, imagination, magic, dreams, new territory, facing the unknown. Planet and zodiac is Pisces. Well, that's interesting because tomorrow's the new moon in Pisces. Element is water. Symbols: moon, wolf, forest, fairy lights, cliff edge, path. Is there a wolf in there? Oh, there is a wolf. Look here. He's howling. The wolf is howling at the moon. I didn't see that there. All right. A moonlit path twists through an ominous forest. Distant hills are shrouded in shadows, and the trees are dense with secret surprises. On a cliff overhead, a lone wolf howls, its pure animal instinct representing the wildness of nature. Though the path is steep, next to a perilous drop-off, and the terrain is difficult to navigate, the moon will light the way if you dare push onward. In fact, if you look closely, the forest glitters with enchantment, representing the potential for new ideas and creativity. The dreamlike landscape symbolizes the mystery of life's roughest moments and the wild unknown waiting just around the bend, if you are brave enough to stay the course. Here's the action suggested. Designate or create a release vessel, a container to hold your fears, worries, and concerns. Whether it's a beautiful vase or vase or a simple plastic takeout container. Set aside an hour to write down all your current concerns and seal them away inside, trusting that the universe will manage everything. I like that idea. As new concerns arise, add them to the vessel, continuing to trust that matters will be resolved as you move forward in your life. Moon. New territory, facing the unknown, mystery, inspiration, creativity, imagination, magic, dreams. I think that's a great idea. I really like it. All right, I want to do Kyle's Graves, Angels and Ancestors. Pray that angels and ancestors are with us. Pray that your angels and ancestors are with you as you go through your day. You'd have like a little altar for your ancestors and make offerings to them. Or to pray to them or pray for them. All right, what have we got here? Great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. Let's see what that is. There we go. Okay. Learn from spiritual experiences. Message. Know that what is happening around you is divinely inspired. I have to remember that. I have to remember that. You do too. It is divinely inspired in your life, whatever's happening. Learn from your current experiences, then share them with others. About this card. This card is inspired by the many prophets and teachers who have brought great healing to the earth. There is a great teacher in every tradition. This card represents the one to whom you feel closest, as well as the great teacher within. The teacher wears simple clothes here to demonstrate that even if you live a simple life, it can be an incredibly spiritual one. He is surrounded by a sense of serenity and harmony, because he has absolute trust in the higher power that moves through him. And the dove on the card represents receiving answers to prayers through signs and experiencing peace through joy. Here's the extended message. This card can represent a teacher in your life or the great teacher within. Either way, it shows that you have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world. You are having spiritual experiences at this time and gaining a greater awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There is a great chance that if you've been having any challenges recently, you've surmounted them and allowed them to be vehicles to lessons that are helping your spiritual connection. If you feel that you've received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this card is confirmation that these have indeed been holy experiences. Great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. I'm going to close with Dreamweaver's Tarot. Concentrating hard on shuffling. All right, let's see what we pull here. Oh, 32. When it's time to say goodbye. That's come up before. What are we saying goodbye to? Old ways of doing things. Someone in your life. Essential meaning. Completions. Endings, death leading to new beginnings, loss. When it's time to say goodbye, it's time to end one way of being and move on to a new chapter in your life. This can be accompanied by pain because you have to say goodbye to someone you love, someone who has meant something to you, someone important. You may not want to let go, but you must face the loss and the grief and bless what was. Other times it's necessary that you purposely put an end to something. You purposefully put an end to something. Perhaps you need to walk away from an unhealthy relationship to be true to yourself. Or maybe a connection has run its course, and that is just how it is. Right now, you're meant to close the door on a part of your life so you can begin something new, something meaningful and designed for your beautiful self-expression, success, and happiness. You can be sure it's time for a different experience, a more aligned, authentic way for you to be in the world. You've come so far. Be brave and bless all that has come before now. Who will you become? So much magic awaits. So, when it's time to say goodbye, completions, endings, death leading to new beginnings, loss. And remember, you are so loved by the universe. And in the end, there are 3 things that last: faith, hope, and love. I wish for you and send you love. And I wish for you that peace that passeth all understanding. Namaste.